Tonight, the American agriculture industry on high alert as a series of troubling new cases of highly infectious avian flu hit poultry farms, dairy producers, and now people. The nation's largest egg supplier destroying nearly 2 million chickens after birds at one of its Texas facilities tested positive.
It's highly dangerous to humans, although it has never been shown to be easily transmissible between people.
Now, the first U.S. case of a person suspected of catching this version of bird flu from a cow has been reported in Texas. Officials say the patient, a dairy employee who worked near infected cows, wasn't hospitalized and experienced only minor symptoms. The news comes as the highly contagious bird flu has spread to dairy cattle in at least 6 states. At Cedar Ridge Egg Farm outside Dallas,
it can spread anywhere.
Owner Raouf Wahid has strict safety measures in place for his 14,000 chickens, but the risk remains high.
If just one of your birds gets infected with avian flu, what happens to the flock?
They will all be destroyed.
Officials say the risk to human health remains low, but stress eggs or poultry should be cooked to an internal temperature of 165 degrees to kill any bacteria or viruses. The most immediate impact, though, may be to your grocery bill. Egg prices, which have already doubled since 2020, could be inching higher if this current outbreak continues to spread.
And tonight, officials warn that backyard or even pet chickens are at risk if they come into contact with wild birds carrying the virus, but do not suggest that this is all the start of a new pandemic.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.